In the Vendée Globe, there's something of a human comedy. And the string of characters composing the fleet is its perfect illustration.
I am a wave of the sea, and the foam of the wave, and the wind of the foam, and the wings of the wind. My soul is in the salt of the sea, in the weight of the wave, in the bubbles of foam, in the ways of the wind. My gift is the depth of the sea, the strength of the wave, the lightness of foam, the speed of the wind.
As two or three of the others, the Irish Enda O'Coinin is among these competitors trying to live up to the greatest challenge of their life. So is Éric Bellion, but for the Comme un seul homme skipper, it seems certain limits have already been reached.
Moi, j'accuse le coup, très clairement.
I'm clearly a little knocked off.
C'est un moment très spécial.
It's a very special moment for me,
C'est un moment où je dois
because it's a
accepter
moment
le fait que
I need to accept the fact I'm tired.
ce qui compte, c'est de me reposer.
And what counts is that I rest. Because if I add sails to go faster, I'm going to break something or get hurt. In any case, that's not the intent of the project. I'm resting so to regain my strength and get my engine running. I'll say goodbye for now. I'm really going to try resting to continue the battle. Obviously, Éric Bellion and Enda O'Coinin, both at the tail end of the fleet, don't live the Vendée Globe the same way. Jean Le Cam, well set in 9th position, is jostling with his nearest opponents. Here again, another point of view is expressed. As far as we're concerned, with Finistère Mervent, we are in Tom Rouille and the Black Knight's company. None others but Thomas Rouillon and our national Jean-Pierre Dick, on board Saint-Michel Bierbach and Souffle du Nord. So, we're in good company. We've left the Flying Fish region for the Albatross now. Different races, different men, different stories. The Vendée Globe could define itself as an ensemble of actions and human behaviors that unfold according to the uncertainties to reach each own's objective. It's Alex Thompson's 4th participation. He came in 3rd in the 2013 edition. There can only be one objective: win the Vendée Globe. With a foil missing, one could think the Brit has lowered his sights. That would be knowing him poorly.
The sun is shining, the wind's blowing, doing 20 knots. It's time to go fast. But for now, it's a good day in the Southern Ocean and it's sunny. Look at this. Obviously I'm on starboard tack, which means I've got a foil out over there, which is fantastic. So pleased to be back up on the foil again. My little stump sticking out the other side, I had a look there, it still looks pretty sorry for itself. I don't know when I'm going to be able to cut it off, but at some point I will have to do that.
Second in 2009, second in 2013, him also can't consider anything but victory. At the entrance of the Indian Ocean, Armel Lecléache has over 100 miles delay on Thompson. But Banque Populaire skipper has no equal when it comes to pouncing on his prey. Within 48 hours, he's practically caught up. Well, to be back at contact with Alex. Since the start, we've had great conditions for speeding. With that, you had to find the right moment to step on it or watch out for the equipment. That's to each their own. I managed my own way. So all is set for one of these duels that make the great stories of offshore racing. All the actors are here, then there's the South, the uncompromising South, which one's going to have to put up with for a long month. After about 3 weeks at sea, between the first and the last, the fleet is spread over more than 7,000 kilometers with weather conditions radically different. Didier Costa and Sébastien Destremo are still in the trade winds off Brazil, while a group of 10 boats labors against headwinds en route to Roaring Forties. Okay, it's a great shake out here. And the waves in the South Atlantic. I have the feeling the boat is going to disintegrate with each wave. It's hard. But hey, for now, all's okay. Gotta hold on another 24 hours then can put up the spinnaker. Flat out, we're off. More south, at the back of a depression from Argentina, heavy showering for Quito de Pavón. Thank goodness there's the bubble, I tell you. 600 miles in front of him, Thomas Rouillon isn't doing too badly either, flirting with the 450 miles mark in 24 hours and patching up with the duet, Dick Le Camp. I'm happy I've caught up with our two old hands in front. So here, we're at contact. It's great. It's cool. We're gliding and going fast. It's been 48 hours, we're ahead of a front, a depression that's taking us all the way to the Cape of Good Hope. In other words, the door to the Indian Ocean, for which one needs to prepare one way or another. All right, last shower by 36 degrees. I can enjoy the water temperature that's still okay. That's for my last shower. Yep, this is for sure the last. In front, in the group ahead of Yann Eliès, Paul Meillat confirms an excellent start of the race. Fourth in the ranking, he's new to these matters and just switched oceans. We crossed last night the Cape of Good Hope. And I'm lucky it's on a Sunday. So, I treated myself to a croissant this morning. That's where we're at now. Next stage, the Kerguelen Islands and Cape Lewin. Paul Meillat, followed like a constant shadow by Jérémy Bayou. Maître Coqu's skipper is facing new troubles. Deprived of both satellite antennas, he no longer has access to weather information as precisely as his opponents. Consequently, he needs to sail differently. I spend a lot of time at the chart table, making assumptions, making diagrams, whereas it should be done with one click. Takes up a lot of time, and it's not very efficient. Because here, for example, I thought there would be 20, 23 knots, and in the end, there are gusts at 30. Should have a photo satellite for the gusts of wind. That I can't do. It's certainly very disabling. That's for sure. But then again, it's surely less than a rudder amputated by an unidentified floating object. Forced to abandon, Morgan-Lagravière knows something about it. He may find comfort for this damage thinking back at the amazing welcome committee upon his arrival in Cape Town, South Africa.
Oh, le
Wow, the ballet.
C'est magnifique.
Wonderful.
Incroyable.
Incredible. We're escorted by whales.
Je sais pas quoi dire.
I don't know what to say.
Je suis ébahi.
I'm stunned.
C'est incroyable.
It's incredible. The amazement of a demobilized skipper versus a race's day-to-day that's gotten tougher and tougher. In other words, the Vendée Globe with all its contrasts. Poor visibility. I'd say about 200 meters. Temperature, I'd say 10, 12 degrees. And we're going fast, real fast. With that, we got the winter clothes out. Cap, fleece jacket, and tights. So to better cope with the temperatures. What Sébastien Josse mustn't cope with easily is the delay building up with the two ahead. Upon the 23rd day of the race, the gap nears 500 miles and doesn't cease widening. Here, we're right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. We passed north of the Crozet Islands. We're heading towards the Kerguelen Islands. We should normally reach by Wednesday. For a few days now, Armel Leclerc has re-endorsed the leader's oilskin Alex Thompson was wearing since November 12th. But for Alex, the contender, hope is eternal.
You can see it's already pitch black. It's a little bit stressful, so stay conservative. Try and nip at Armel's heels if I can. I'm on the port jibe, so no foil on this side. And see if I can stay in touch until we get to starboard, and then I can do something about it.
The Kerguelen Islands, French southern and Antarctic territory south of the Indian Ocean. a nature reserve of 7,200 square kilometers, and since the 1950s, a logistic and scientific base. The Kerguelen Islands is stage setting for a play that will remain in our track record. On November 30th, as Armé Leclerc is about to cross the archipelago, a helicopter flies over him and offers us these unprecedented images. Bon populaire from helicopter for contact. Hello to the whole crew of the Niveaus. It's nice to hear people like that on VHF. And to have French comrades here, right in the middle of the Indian Ocean. Feels great. In the history of the Vendée Globe, it's the first time aerial shots are made in this part of the world. The result of a close cooperation between the audiovisual production of the race, the National Navy, and the TF1 crew. The accuracy of the information provided by the race direction made it easy to trace Armé Leclerc's position 40 miles north of the Kerguelen Islands. We've been having a nice mano a mano with Alex these last days. It's true, he goes very fast in spite of the damages he's had. As soon as conditions aren't ideal to use his foil, he's able to exploit his boat's potential to go faster and stay at contact. A few hours later, it was Alex Thompson's turn to be filmed. Evidently in great shape, the British chap didn't hesitate to put on a show.
Helicopter, this is Hugo Boss. I will come outside and say hello, over. No, I enjoy, it's good to be racing somebody like Carmel. He keeps the pace, it makes me work hard, and makes it very interesting.
While the Infernal Duet is way ahead, the middle of the fleet, still on the South Atlantic side, is getting ready for virile weather conditions before entering the Indian Ocean. What Koshiro Shiraishi is undertaking is simply breathtaking. I'm preparing to climb up the mast. I'm right at the top of the mast. I replaced this vertical anemometer. It was quite complicated to work on these parts under these conditions. I also reconnected the electrical wires so everything is fixed. As you can see, everything's in order. In the Vendée Globe, there's also something about human greatness, with this extra touch of soul which surely motivates competitors such as Endao Koinen and Eric Bellion to take up the greatest challenge of their life. The state of mind is good. It's the Vendée Globe's main course that's about to be served, overworth the lenient latitudes. Now make way to the Great South, and I'll tell you all about it. Bye for now.